Man's life is not easy, but there are certain traits that act as a pillar of alpha male character and distinguish high valued strong men from the weak. These traits lead an average male from a dick to a highly respected individual. Hello everyone, I'm your host and you're watching Exotic Infopedia, and today we're going to discuss 4 rules to become an alpha male. The first alpha trait is to be confident but not cocky. The previous incarnation of alpha was always thought of as cocky. As we already stated, you know that alpha male as a guy who puts others down to elevate himself, right? Wrong. The redefined alpha is not characterized by some overt cockiness, that rather projects deeper insecurities. But he is defined by a true confidence which he shows by achieving goals once he set eyes on. The true alpha doesn't need to put others down to feel better. His assessment of self isn't defined by comparative analysis. For an alpha, it's an internal drive that fuels motivation and success. The second trait of an alpha is that he has pride in himself, but he's not arrogant. The difference between pride and arrogance is a fine line that separates those men who inspire from those who are considered to be douchebags. Everything depends on how you react to success. Do you share your success as a means to promote more creative and progressive thought, or do you expect things to happen just because of what you've already achieved? You have to earn every opportunity, hustle for every success, and prove yourself over and over again no matter who you are and what you've done previously. The alpha understands that the pride is an essential part of self-actualization. You can't improve yourself and the world you live in if you don't acknowledge your success. Now the third trait of an alpha is that he's tolerant but not weak. I don't need to tell you this, but you have to deal with some shit in life. Whether it's with friends, loved ones, co-workers, or bosses. Because part of life is dealing with crap. It's an inevitable fact that no one can avoid. Patience and tolerance are essential to understand your place in the world. As is being comfortable with opposing opinions and beliefs, your opinion is not the only one that matters, and your job is not to convince everyone to see the world as you do. Whether it's in office or at home, you can't argument with everything that goes against your view and values. You have to be tolerant of people's mistakes and personal opinions. Doing otherwise is being narrow-minded and idiotic, and you don't want to be an idiot. At the same time, there are lines in life. If people cross them whether once or repeatedly, you have to be willing to put your foot down. This doesn't mean that you have to be aggressively confrontational in many situations. The alpha displays his tolerance by addressing inappropriate behaviors with helpful solutions. Addressing the problem and providing an alternate path is an approach that works best for everyone. As an alpha, you should always be thinking about solutions, not problems. And in the most extreme cases, this might mean you need to be able to walk away and find your peace in the form of a new job or company. Determine your morals and values. Remind yourself that not every disagreement is a point of contention. But remember that being tolerant is not an excuse to sacrifice your core values. The alpha inspires the world around him to become better. And that's not gonna happen if you are too scared to voice your opinion and settle for the life where you're always the bitch. The fourth alpha trait is to be dedicated, not obsessed. We all are familiar with the image of a workaholic. You know him as the guy who stays late at the office and works himself out to the end. The workaholic is a machine designed for only one purpose: getting shit done. On one hand, we admire these people. There's something to be said about great work ethic, hustle, and desire to take on seemingly impossible projects. But on the other hand, there's a fine line between dedication and obsession, and knowing where to draw the line makes all the difference between whether your hustle and grind are virtuous traits or deleterious characteristics that cause you to lose sight of what's really important in your life. The obsessed are those who can't pull themselves away from the desk. They focus infinitely on one thing and one thing only, so much so that everything else important in their life becomes blurred or diluted, or at worst disappears. An alpha understands that obsession is a marathon, a life spent chained to a treadmill chasing a carrot with no hope of ever feeling satisfied. These were the 4 traits of alpha male which you follow as a basic rule in your life would lead you in the right direction to become an alpha. But always remember guys, be humble and never lose yourself in the process. Still always strive to be better, and write in the comment section if you want part 2 of this video. Peace.